Welcome back to today's podcast show. I'm Robin Seville, your host with brideaccess.com, and it's always a pleasure. I say this every time. It's always a pleasure to sit down with great wedding professionals, and I have that honor again today. I'm sitting here with Diane Bustede.
Bustede, you bet.
What they're not hearing is how many times I've had to
Exactly.
I've had to ask you how to say that. And Diane owns All Occasions Photobooths with an S. And I guess by the name it's fairly descriptive, which is perfect. Diane, welcome to the program today.
Thanks, Robin. It's nice to be here.
You know, it seems like in the last 2 or 3 years, I guess it is, all of a sudden we go to these wedding receptions and we see a photo booth. We see you there. And it's just kind of sprung out of nowhere, it seems like. And yet when I see that, I think, what a great idea. What a great idea for the bride and groom and their guests, and wonder, why has this never been around before? What are you seeing when you go to these receptions, and what's the feedback you're getting?
Oh, we have great comments. We have people saying that was absolutely the most fun wedding reception we've ever been to. In fact, we were at Noah's one time and a guest said, please blog about that. Please put my name in your blog, saying that was the most fun wedding reception I've ever been to. They had a great DJ. The photo booth was a blast. So we get comments like that, and we get comments from the bride and groom saying, I'm so happy I chose to have a photo booth because I have lasting memories in my guest book of the guests that were here.
We want to make a declaration. No more boring receptions.
Absolutely.
I mean, you go and you stand sometimes in line for an hour or 2 hours. The poor bride and groom are standing there for hours to meet people, half of which they don't even know because it's dad's friends from work or wherever it may be.
Exactly.
And not only for the bride and groom is this something wonderful and unique, but as you just mentioned, for the guests. It makes the celebration a celebration.
Absolutely. It breaks up the line. They're waiting in that line to greet the bride and groom and give them their best wishes, and they get to have a little bit of fun while they're waiting in line, being silly. We have props we bring. They have a blast, and then they get to take a photo strip home, put it on their fridge to remember that wedding.
Yeah, and maybe for some people who maybe have not been to a reception recently or seen a photo booth, it's literally that. It's a photo booth that you've seen maybe at different places, at amusement parks maybe. I can't help but think of the photo booth on the Jay Leno show. I don't know if you've seen that.
We get a lot of comments about that. Is this like Jay Leno?
Exactly. But it's literally that. It's a photo booth where the guest can go in the photo booth and have a picture taken of them.
Four pictures.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine some of those are pretty funny and unique.
They are.
And you said props.
Yes, that comes with all our packages. No extra charge for a prop box. And some brides want them, some don't. But it's a blast either way.
And a prop box, meaning there might be wigs, there might be different things like that,
hats,
so people can...
wigs, boas, leis, whatever. Yeah.
Are you finding it's changing the tone of the reception quite a bit?
It is. It does not take anything away from the bride and groom, and that's sometimes what people are worrying about. They think, oh, my reception's formal. At the most formal reception, it's fine, or just the more down low, fun reception. Either way, the guests are having a blast, but it doesn't take anything away from the celebration of the bride and groom.
Yeah, and it really is a celebration, and most couples do want to have a celebration. We know it's great for the guests at the reception. How is it great for the bride and groom? I know the answer to that, but I want everybody to hear it.
The bride and groom end up with a guest book, if that's what they choose to do with the second strip. The photo booth prints out 2 identical strips, one for the guest to take home, the other one for the bride and groom to keep. If they choose to put that in a guest book, then they have that for the rest of their life to look back at. A lot of guest books in the year I got married was just a lined album. People would sign their signature. Nowadays, with the guest book that they do with the photo booth, we had a bride the other day. She came to a wedding and she came up to me and she said, you did my wedding about a year ago. And I recognized her and I said, I did. And she said, to this day, I still look at my guest book and look at the fun that the guests were having, and I have that forever to look back on. A lot of times in weddings here in this state, people, they come, they drop off their gift, they say hello, and they're out the door because they're going to maybe a dinner or movie, whatever. Now, the photo booth is helping people think, this is so much fun, this is our night. This is what we're going to do tonight. It's unlimited photos. The guests can get in the photo booth as many times as they want, take the props in, some without, and just have so much fun. So I think it's helping people linger and stay a little bit longer at the wedding receptions.
Nice. How long in advance should a bride be booking you?
A bride should probably book as soon as she gets engaged, as soon as she knows her date. Just that way she knows she's getting our photo booth without, having to wonder, are we available? We do have 4 photo booths, so we are usually available.
What should a bride know when she's...
A bride should probably get to know us. Our booths are very... It's intimate. They're small, but you can fit about 3 to 4 people inside the booth. Then they can stand behind the booth with the curtain around their shoulders and appear that they're in the booth. So we were at an event up at the University of Utah, and I think we had 10 or 12 people in there, but it wasn't a big booth that they're standing in front of a camera.
What should a bride be looking for when she's going to hire somebody to have a photo booth at her event?
I think one of the questions that I'm asked a lot is, how long have you been in business? And we've been in business for about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And so we have the experience. We get a lot of return business. Like we've had mothers call me and say, we're back, my younger daughter's engaged. So I think the continuity, and they know what they're getting with us. They know how professional we are. We have a blast. We relate with the guests and just have so much fun with them.
How can people find you?
They can find us online at All Occasions Photobooths.mov. They can call us at 801-255-7786, or they can email me at allaccasionsphotobooths@gmail.com. And again, my name's Diane.
And it's occasions with an S and
Exactly.
booths with an S. So
That's
make sure
right.
to add an S or they're not going to find it. And of course, they can also find you at brideaccess.com, and there's pictures there and there's information they can link right over. So whatever is easier for them to remember, allaccasionsphotobooths.com or brideaccess.com.
Absolutely.
Diane, it's been wonderful to have you on the program today. And brides, again, this is a wonderful element to bring to your wedding. It really brings that celebrative feel. It's wonderful for the bride and groom because they get to take something with them, a book that they have for the rest of their lives together. And the people who come to the reception leave the reception saying, hey, that was fun. I didn't just give up a night just to be nice. I actually had a good time at this wedding.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you again, Diane.
Thanks, Robin.
We'll be right back.